This is where MAGA comes to talk. We're going dark MAGA this morning, guys. We're 10 minutes away from the SpaceX launch, which I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see or not, but we're going to try. All right, here we go. If you're new to my channel, my name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. No doubt about it. Oh, man. Yeah, so President Trump, he's got his cabinet in place. He's got his position statements out there. Everyone knows what he is doing. I read over the weekend that Pam Bondi is already putting together the pardon list and the pardon paperwork for Trump. You know, this is an interesting thing because President Trump ran on the promise of pardons for the J6ers. So usually presidents don't do any pardoning in the beginning. They wait until the end because they get controversial and everything else. So Trump coming in the beginning and doing pardons in the beginning is unheard of. Very, very bold move. He'll go up in the polls with the pardons. See, you know, most presidents, they're not like Trump. They don't look at things like Trump does. They're worried about re-election. That's all they worry about. When they're into their when they're first elected to the first term, their first thought is, okay, they worry about the midterms. Then, after the midterms, all they worry about is running for re-election. Then they get re-elected, and all they worry about are the midterms again. And then after the second midterms and their second term, they're worried about their legacy. Let me do something that makes me look like a statesman. Do something. Let me sign some treaty with someone, whether it's good or not, so I can say I've accomplished something. That's how the other presidents operate. And Donald Trump's coming in this very, very unique situation. 2 terms, non-consecutive terms, happened only once before, Grover Cleveland. And he's just going to get stuff done. He's just going to get stuff done. He's not going to handle things like a typical president would. All right, we are 7 minutes till the SpaceX launch. If someone could monitor and let me know when it takes off, I'd appreciate it. I will, if I can see the rocket, I will turn the camera. I'm heading towards Cape Kennedy right now, so it looks like a clear night. I see a lot of, morning. I see a lot of stars. I'm seeing planes flying over, but I cannot tell what kind of cloud cover we have between here and Cape Canaveral. So there's no way to know. We may get to see it, or we may not. There's been a couple times they've launched at this early hour of the morning when I've been live streaming on the way to work, and we were lucky enough to catch it. And I gotta look because I think I'm a little south. I don't usually watch the launches from here, so I think I'm a little, not just south, I think I'm southwest of the launch pad. My house is due south. I mean due south from the launch pads. But where I'm at now, I think I'm a little west. Southwest. So I know the general direction to look, and if I see it, it's hard to miss a rocket ship with fire coming out of it if there's no cloud cover. So we're about 5 minutes from the launch. So if you guys could monitor and let me know, I'd appreciate it. Yes. Yeah, it's 4:57. It's supposed to launch at at 5:02. But like I say, it looks like a clear night. But it's hard to tell. And hopefully I am not in too bright of a place. The darker, the better. A lot of debris in the road. Somebody had something in the back of the truck that went all over. Now, in the last stream, I was talking about never questioning Trump, and that is just the way we got to be. You either trust Trump or you don't. The things that Trump is going to do in this second term are so huge. So huge. He's going to be making bigger moves than any other president in our lifetime right now. And what this is going to be like, this will be the busiest 100 days of a president since Franklin Roosevelt came into his first term when he pushed through the New Deal. It's that big. All right, we're 4 minutes from launch. Hopefully, if we see it, we see it. If not, well, we don't. Yeah, I think it'll be right here, but I could be wrong. Let me see. Hey, Minnie. Where am I? Where am I? I got to expand the map a little bit, but I do think, yeah, this looks like I think I'm going to be southwest. Okay, we're 3 minutes from launch. The further north I am, the better chance we have seeing something. But like I said, I cannot tell if there's cloud cover between here and Cape Kennedy, Cape Canaveral. I call it Cape Kennedy, Cape Canaveral, I'll call it both. It's beautiful. If you've never taken the tour of Cape Canaveral, you've got to go. The Kennedy Space Center is amazing. I might go. Maybe I'll go soon and make a YouTube video. You guys would love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, we are 2 minutes away from the launch. Less than 2 minutes. Okay, we are a minute away from launch. Now, after the launch, it takes a little bit of time for it to be high enough for me to see it. So, when I see the clock hit 2 minutes after, I'll flip the camera around. I was going to pull off over here, but I think I'll keep going. Ambulance just passing. Going pretty fast, too. Okay, less than a minute till launch. I have never watched a launch from the exact spot I'm at. I usually watch them from the roof of my house, so I gotta really look. Okay, so do we have ignition and liftoff yet? $20 seconds. All right, let me know when we have liftoff, guys, because it takes a minute or so for it to be high enough to see. And I also don't know exactly where to look because I never watched them from here. And we may not be able to see it. If there's clouds, we won't be able to see it. Now, okay. Ignition and launch. Okay. I'm going to turn the camera around. And if I see it, I'll zoom in. But like I say, there's cloud cover. Well, let me flip it around on me. It'll be easier. Let me do this. If I see it, I'll move the camera back. I'm looking. Like I say, I don't know what the cloud cover is like. There it is. Holy shit. It's big, too. See that in the sky? There it is. It is a big one. Do you see it? There she goes. SpaceX, baby. There it is. So actually, I was slightly east of the launch pad here. That's it, right there. And it is going like a rocket ship. Look at that. There she goes. Boom. Beautiful. This is one of the great things about living in Florida. Now we may get to see the return rocket. Did you guys catch that? Okay, it's out of sight now. Oh, just went up into some clouds. I was looking over here and it was to my left. We got it though. Now let's see if we get to see the return rocket. That's Elon Musk, Donald Trump's best friend, the first bud at work. Now, if I see the return rocket come down, I'll show you guys that. Now, that's pretty cool, too, when you see the rocket come in for the controlled landing. I've seen it a few times, and it is amazing. The night launches are the best. Back in the days of the space shuttle, there were some night launches, but they were mostly daytime for whatever reason. Maybe to show off to dignitaries. I don't know. These are more about launch windows to get the satellites and everything in place or meet the space station. I don't see the return rocket coming down. But that doesn't mean it's not going to come still. I'll keep an eye out. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Big. It is so freaking big. You know, when you watch the launches and when you watch it and you see all that smoke come off the pad, what that is, when you see the launch pads, you see a water tower next to the launch pads. And when they launch, they empty that water tower on the pad area to stop fires from happening from the rocket engines. And a lot of that steam and everything you're seeing coming up is from them emptying out the water tower. Okay, now hold on. I gotta go through this intersection, and then I'll take a look to see if we can see the return of the rocket, which I'm not seeing. But we got to look at the rocket launching. Yeah, I think I'll go make a... Did you guys watch my vlog at the favorite bakery of President Trump in Little Havana in Miami? Maybe I'll go to Cape Kennedy sometime soon and make a YouTube video. The Space Center is amazing. Nope. Did not get a look at the return rocket. It's had to have returned by now. It depends on where it's coming down at. You know, it could have been east of me and I just couldn't look over there because I'm driving, but that was cool. It is interesting. It's one of the coolest things about living in Florida is to watch spaceships launch. And with Elon Musk, it's almost every day, sometimes more than once a day, of rocket launches. I'm going to make a turn due east here in a minute, and I'll take a look and see if I can see the rocket coming in, but I think it's already back. I think it's just, that was out of my field of vision. When that rocket comes back to Earth in a controlled re-entry, it's just amazing to see with your naked eye. It just is. When I was a kid, I used to watch the shuttle launches all the time. Yeah, no, the re-entry rocket missed that. Oh well, but we got to see the main rocket take off. And that was pretty freaking cool, wasn't it? Absolutely. Well, listen, everyone, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, my name's Brian. This is where manga comes to talk. Make sure you subscribe. If you're already subbed to my channel, do me the favor of liking the video. I'll be on the air, on the radio in less than an hour, taking your live calls, and of course we'll be talking about everything going on that's great with Trump right now, and there's a lot to cover. I'm going to be covering a lot of it on the air today. Some more Florida Christmas trees. Okay. Palm trees decorated for Christmas. Yep, yeah. The landing of it is just, it's out of my field of vision. Or is it? So I did not see the re-entry rocket, unfortunately. But we got to see the launch, which is super freaking cool. When I watch at home, I'm further south, so it's a little smaller than that when I'm home, but I'm glad I got to show it to you guys. Can you imagine how bright it is when you're there in person and they do an early morning or nighttime launch like this? Woo! It's insane. It's completely insane. Where am I? Here I am. No, not yet. Because I was spending so much time watching Elon's rocket, I lost track of where I'm at. It never gets old watching those things. Never. Not to me, at least. It's amazing. American excellence is what it is. Liberals hate that. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off, but I'll see you in about 45 minutes. All right, guys, take care.